Your stream has started?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Woke Wednesday on a Friday. This week has been thrown off. We've had one of our animals needing extra care because of the heat wave we've been having. He wasn't getting enough fluids in, so we've just been really focusing on that. So sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen, for not being here.
On his channel is why he's called Wolf Boy.
Yep.
To begin with, and so it's been nothing but sub-Q fluids, oral fluids, trying to get him to eat, trying to see if he's going to go to the bathroom. It's been about a week.
Yeah, he's in between right now.
Yeah, he actually ate some tonight.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, I feel a lot better about that.
Yeah, and I mean he actually walked up to us wanting it. He's like,
exactly.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so next Friday we've got a special that we want to do, and it's about fake teachers, right?
Yeah, false monastics.
Yeah, false monastics.
False prophets, fake teachers.
There's a few people specifically that we found that we want to go over.
Kind of crazy stuff.
And I mean, it's insane what can be seen and what is seen. So, I mean, the one of them I called right from the start.
Yeah, he said something was off about this.
And I'm just like, I don't trust it. And then sure enough, after Daughter of Aten did some digging, we found more information about it.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So you're not going to want to miss that one.
Yeah, you won't. So tonight, we're going to get into the... Slow charging. We're going to get into the madness of what we have, and it's going to be more wokeness, right?
It is wokeness, but it's for some reason everybody seemed to be kind of centralized on the fall of America. I think because election campaigns have started.
Yes, that is so true.
So while we stay on the outside of the political spectrum, it's still impossible to deny what you see and what the empire is dealing with out there.
And the one ruling our place right now. Anyway,
you'll see a little bit about that. It's like I usually don't feature that, but it's like wow.
It's hard to miss.
Wow.
It's hard to miss right now.
Yeah,
it's there.
Even out here for us with being monks, it's like
yes.
God, that's crazy. Alrighty.
So we got to get here. This first one. It's Pride Month is dead.
Oh, okay.
Live Pride Month. We did not go over this one. What was it, the week before?
Yeah, I was supposed to do this like right on the very first week after Pride Month. Because this is, I don't know, it was just kind of an interesting little opening clip, so I just wanted to throw it in there.
Yeah, so we're just going to go over that one, and then we'll get into the next of them.
Hi, kitty cats. Today is July 1st, 2024, and Pride Month has officially ended. So this means we should put away all of our pride flags and quit being visible and just get back to our normal day-to-day discrimination against the LGBTQ community, right? No, come on. Pride Month exists to remind the world that the LGBTQ community contributes to making the world the way it is, and that we should recognize those who have been obscured by social expectations. In the same way, Women's History Month exists to remind the world women contribute to making the world the way it is, and that we should recognize those who have been obscured.
Why can't we just recognize everybody?
People make things happen.
Yes, people in general. Why can't you just, recognize that there are good people out there that help, that do stuff? Why do they have to be of a certain thing?
I mean, human ingenuity has been amazing throughout the years.
Yes.
The things that people have come up with. And of course, I personally think that they had some help from, like extraterrestrials or divine beings or whatever. But I mean, like overall, no matter what, human ingenuity and the fact that they can come together as a community.
Yes.
That's freaking awesome.
It is.
And that's we're celebrating. Human History Month. There you go, Human History Month. Why does it got to be women? Why does it got to be men? Why does it got to be Pacific, Asian Islanders?
Awesome.
Happens a lot out here at this time.
Yeah, it does.
Speaking of extraterrestrials, weird things in the sky tonight again. But yeah, it's like they're always breaking it down, segregating it. I mean, of course, queer people have contributed to our society in all kinds of ways throughout history, and we
Yeah.
would never have like really known. You know, I mean, they say that Alexander the Great was queer, you know, or gay or
Yeah.
bisexual or something, and he conquered nations.
He did. That
Yeah,
is
so-
that's very true.
Why has it got to be broken down?
It shouldn't. I mean, great people do great things. That's all there is to it.
Shitty people do shitty things.
Yeah. Yeah, goes both ways.
And of course, Black History Month exists to remind the world Black people contribute to making the world the way it is, and we need to recognize those who have been obscured. So what's the pattern here? Social expectations obscure people whose contributions have been vital to modern human society. True leadership is marked by a desire to uplift those who accomplish the work. By pushing others out of the way to hog a spotlight, poor leaders ensure the best work will never be done. So Pride Month doesn't stop just because massive companies took the rainbow-colored logo off the website. Pinkwashing doesn't solve a problem. It highlights that we have a problem to begin with. So I challenge our leaders to prioritize sharing the credit for our teams, our communities, our world. There is not an LGBTQ experience and then other experience. There is only a human experience.
Yeah, so leave it at that.
I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
No, you won't. Alright, let's see.
I guess it kind of falls into tonight's
Yeah.
playlist as well.
Uh,
Do you need to go back to the playlist?
it's doing this.
Oh God, why me? What is it? Okay, hold on.
What the hell is even that?
Did it like make you go backwards here?
Listen.
You did. You did. You're in for a funny one.
If the presidential debate taught me.
Okay.
Alright. This is Isaac.
I don't know if you're back for that one.
Can you get me the credit?
Yeah, I gotta get the phone too.
Okay, yeah, because if somebody's talking, sorry, we don't have our live chat up right now to know if anybody's saying anything. But, yeah, I'm gonna get right into this one then. Good, hun?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Anything, it is this. We are currently seeing the end of America. If you didn't see it, this was the highlight.
Making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the with the COVID. Excuse me, with dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Sounds like me when I'm jerking off. That is the man who controls the nukes. And there's still people defending him, saying he's a good president. That's horrific. But ladies and gentlemen, there's other evidence around there circulating online that really shows that America.
Yeah, it's sad that somebody like that is in office right now. If anybody else in America were to hold their parent or an elderly in a home, like in a house, and not do anything about it, that would be elder abuse. But our own government can do it, and it's not. That is, I mean, classic signs of dementia. You can tell that half the time he doesn't know where he is. It's sad. It really is.
In a tailspin, and if they don't do something very quickly, it's going to end terribly. One of the great superpowers could be finished, and I hope not, because I love America. America! So, ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, and let me show you the problem with America as I see it right now.
Hi, friends.
Oh my God.
Today we're going to talk about something super
Is that Lily
important.
Tino?
What it means.
Okay, let me give some context here. This is Lily Tino, a trans lady who is famous for this video right here.
It looks like he's having a nice feast.
She, her.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all good. But it was not all good. Hi. I use she, her pronouns. I'm not certain. Yeah, like it's like a knife in the heart. I did specifically ask ahead of time not to be called sir.
She went super viral after she complained about people misgendering her at restaurants. I'm sorry, mate. You just need to be a little bit more convincing. That's probably why. People don't do it to hurt you. They're just trying to... You know what I'm saying. Ladies and gentlemen, before we go any further, this video is brought to you by the great people at Crush Organics. These guys have been a sponsor of this channel for years and years, and they provide the best quality CBD products that I've ever seen. Their high-grade CBD products will keep you calm, focused, relaxed, recovered, and in charge. With an amazing collection of oils that include the Peppermint Day, the Carver-infused Night Oil, the Broad Spectrum Muscle Recovery Oils, Platinum Oils, and the all-new Maximum Impact Diamond Oil. They are a brand with something for everybody. They got gummies. The gummies are fantastic. If you want a good night's sleep, throw one of those bastards in. And the pain cream. I'm getting old. Everything hurts. You throw on the CBD pain cream, you feel like a baby fresh out of the womb. Their products can help with memory, focus, muscle soreness, pain relief, relaxation, calming the central nervous system, sleep, study, recovery, and more. And if this wasn't enough, I have a special treat for subscribers right now. Crush Organics have partnered with this channel for a very long time, and they're releasing a monster discount of 45% off. Use the code 24butter right now, ladies and gentlemen, to get that massive discount and support those who support this channel. Now, back to the video. But here she is, dressed as someone called Miss Rachel. Now, if you don't know who Miss Rachel is, you probably don't have kids. A lot of young children are being exposed to Miss Rachel at a very young age. She's basically the Wiggles for 6-week-olds. The kids sit there, they stare at the screen, they develop ADHD, and she teaches them, words and shit. And if you don't like what I just said about ADHD, look up Screen Time for Kids Under 2. It's very bad. But Lily Tino here is dressed as Miss Rachel, so let's see where
what it means to be transgender. It's a big word, but I promise that it's easy to understand. Ready to learn?
I call absolute bullshit on it's easy to understand. Have you seen the current LGBTQIA plus acronym? There's 2 Q's in there. Why? Why are there 2 Q's?
The first thing I want you to do is close your eyes. Now think. Do you feel like a boy, a girl, or a little bit of both?
I feel like this is inappropriate for children.
Do you have your answer? Great. Now I want you to imagine that everyone keeps telling you that you're something else.
If you teach young children, this is what it comes down to, if you teach young children that they have a choice, you are conditioning them to make choices that they never would have in the first place. And I'm saying that in the most politically correct way. That is all.
Even though in your heart, you know who you are.
I will say there are some people that are born, I think, in the wrong body, and their brain makeup and everything like that is for them the opposite gender to what they were born in. Okay, now I will just say that. And there probably is science to support that. Maybe for a long time in the womb you were a female and then something happened. Maybe your mum jumped in a fucking ice bath with fucking Andrew Huberman or something and you turned into a boy. I don't fucking know. Point being, some people are born that way. I just don't know if it's as many as are currently experiencing.
Yes.
That's all I will say, because I don't want to get fucking taken off YouTube.
Wouldn't that make you sad inside? People who feel like this are transgender.
Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with transgender people. Just stop making videos for kids. Stop doing drag story time and stop making up genders. Christ. And stay out of females' bathrooms if you look like a dude. Christ.
Yes.
And if you're not transgender, it's super easy to be friends with someone who is.
Agreed.
Let's take our imaginary friend Theo, for example.
Hello,
One
Theo.
day you notice that Theo starts wearing girl clothes instead of boy clothes. And then they tell you that they want to be called Luna instead of Theo.
The polite thing to do is to do that. But don't expect people to buy into the ideology, and perhaps even some of the extremist ideology, in the transgender world.
So exciting for our friend Luna, because they finally get to be their true self.
Oh, they them pronouns.
And if you accidentally call Luna by their old name,
you're dead!
Make sure to say a big sorry and that you'll do better next time.
Yeah, that's fine. That's all fine.
As you can see, transgender people are just like you and me.
Hang on. Didn't you make a fucking video about people misgendering you and then try to get people to feel sorry for you? That's not being forgiving at all. Okay, I also would like to say that I have made some videos on Lily Tino before, because she puts out some crazy shit about having her dick cut open and removed and testicles removed It's a whole thing. It's a real Pandora's box or Lily's box or whatever you want to fucking call it.
Hello, my name is Amandla, and I have a PhD in gender studies. I'm here at Georgia State University campus in Atlanta, Georgia.
This is definitely someone taking the piss. Oh, she's got conservative in a bio. Okay, so she's
Advocate
fucking
for
around.
LGBTQ rights. I'm going to go around this campus asking male students if they would be willing to donate one of their testicles to benefit trans men.
Okay, so she's taking the piss. Simply Shauna? Yeah, Shula, sorry. Simply Shula is taking the piss. She's fucking around. Let's see if people will happily
And
donate
help
a
stop
testicle
toxic masculinity.
to
Walk
fight
with me.
toxic
Would
masculinity.
you donate one of your testicles to benefit trans men? And would you donate one of your testicles to benefit trans men and help
better.
fight toxic masculinity?
I'd have to know more about
It's a simple answer, mate. No. No, I wouldn't.
the medical implications of me.
Even
like,
that you're entertaining it. That is so obvious to me that you will just do anything to appear to be as woke as you could possibly be, just to keep your friends and keep in your little group. Fuck.
having a procedure to get rid of my testicles, but like I'm not against the idea
You should be. My God.
entirely.
Would you be willing to donate one of your testicles to benefit trans men and help fight toxic masculinity?
Sure, why not?
And would you be willing to donate one of your testicles to
Who has the testicles here?
benefit trans men and help them fully transition medically?
Yeah. I mean, I'm a trans woman, so yeah.
So you have testicles. Okay, so yeah, got testicles.
How about you?
Yeah, I suppose, in theory, yeah. I mean, practically, I'm not really sure. That's a...
What does that mean?
What?
In theory, you would do it, but you wouldn't do it? It's a hypothetical.
That's the funniest thing that I've heard. I guess in theory I would, but in practicality, no.
Question.
have a big ass to spring on me suddenly, but
It's like it's
We're not going to do it today, mate.
Would you be willing to donate one of your testicles to benefit trans men and help fight toxic masculinity?
It's just like right now, would I go?
Yeah, mate, we're going to bite it off.
Would you consider that?
Yeah, I'd consider it.
You fucking liar.
Okay. So would you be willing to donate one of your testicles to benefit trans men and help fight toxic masculinity?
Yeah, I'd probably would.
America, what the fuck?
Fat phobia should make you uncomfortable because it is intertwined with every single other system of oppression that exists.
Here we go with the anger.
Why the
It is
pause?
related
Why the pause? Catching your breath?
to sexism,
Is it?
racism,
Oh.
homophobia,
Wow.
xenophobia,
Ooh. Arachnophobia.
classism.
Look at her going through a mind going, what other phobias are there? I've run out of them. I've run out of phobias. I've listed all of the phobias.
And so when you talk about one, you talk about it all.
Yeah, you come for one of us, you come for all of us. You say I'm fat, I call you a racist.
Which is why I say it is irresponsible,
My word.
disrespectful,
Is this some sort of fucking poetry that you're doing?
and hateful to come on this
I
app
can get to the next like.
and be fat phobic.
Or,
Shut
what's
the
his
fuck
name?
up.
Not black, but
These pauses are really
And that is all I have to say on the matter.
getting to me. I know you gotta catch your breath.
Because I've already said too much on the matter.
God, shut the fuck up.
Hey.
Streets of Hollywood. Okay. Wow. Okay, so I can attest to this. I've been to the Walk of Fame, and if you go to LA and you go to the Walk of Fame, or any part of Hollywood, really, any part of LA, you will see that this is a very true representation of what's happening there. The fentanyl epidemic in America right now is like nothing anyone has ever seen. It's like The Walking Dead. It's like World War Z. There are zombie people walking.
I mean, even our local city, Bakersfield, is bad enough with the way that people are, and how downright like drugged and drunk most of the people are.
I mean, dancing in the streets.
Yeah.
Dancing in the streets kind of high.
Next time I go to downtown Bakersfield to try to get some of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's really sad. It's really kind of crazy. I don't know. It's like I don't go into the city often, but even the last time that I went to Ridgecrest, which has been a couple of years.
Yeah, I haven't been to Ridgecrest in a long time.
It was starting to happen there.
Yeah.
And it was like that
Lake
never-
Isabella's got their locals too.
That's for sure. Yeah, we've always had our meth. We had a lot of meth that runs rampant throughout
Yeah.
there, and now, like I said, the fentanyl thing. I don't know. That might be out of people's price range. I'm not really sure. But
Well, yeah, for these local areas, yes, more than
Yeah.
likely it would be.
in Bakersfield, I'm not even really sure, but I know, like in the bigger cities, I know that fentanyl has become like a really big problem. And,
Yes.
And what's even worse is like people are overdosing on it in the hospitals. Like it's contaminating other medications. There's like a 3-year-old that just died because of a fentanyl overdose, and it had something to do with the hospital's screw up.
Yeah, see, that's sad.
That's crazy.
That I mean, there's no words for that. I mean, what do you say as a parent when they do that?
I don't know. I mean, it was a freaking heartbreaking situation.
Yeah, we're pretty close to there.
Yeah.
We're just off to the east.
Yes.
To the east of Bakersfield.
Yep.
Around everywhere. Like what this person is filming here is very, very accurate. People laying there, you think they're dead. It's very similar in, what's this fucking bloke doing? It's very similar in New York. This guy has good shoes. It's terrifying. It's something you don't see in other parts of the world. You see homeless people in other parts of the world, but nothing like this. America, this is something that you need to sort the fuck out very, very soon. It's something that's really going to hurt your country, and particularly if certain Mr. Biden doesn't make it to the next election and a certain Mr. Newsom ends up in power, who has been in control of California for a very long time now, and look what he's done to that joint. Your country is well and truly fucked. Fubar, mate. Fucking fubar. And I guess that's not really a funny video or anything like that. It's very serious, but it's scary. It all starts with mental health problems and not helping people, and then it comes into people getting access to too many drugs and fentanyl coming over the border. Man, it's fucked.
Get away from my car.
Come on!
Ooh.
Really, you? Boy? Get out of your car, boy! Son!
Go somewhere, crazy.
Oh, hang on. Is this a black dude? Is that why she's calling him boy?
No, I'm not crazy. Get out of your car now.
You don't
Yeah,
want me to
eating your McDonald's?
You don't
Get
want
out
me
of your
to-
car,
This is white. I
asshole.
can't
Get
tell.
your order straight.
I think he's white. I can't tell though.
Come on. Come on now.
This is America's
I'm
Karen.
so ready to fight club this shit. Let's
Fight
go.
club this shit.
Come
I mean,
on.
this is what happens when females start to think that they're equal to men and born exactly the same, and it's society and culture that makes them seem a little bit smaller. You don't want to do this fucking shit. That's stupid. That's ridiculous. Why would you do that? Even as a man, why would you challenge another dude to a fight? You don't know if they've got training. You don't know if they've got a weapon. You don't know anything. This lady's obviously lost her fucking mind and is just going balls to the wall against some random dude in a parking lot. What a fucking idiot.
Oh, pussy. Pussy, you're a fucking...
And at McDonald's too. What happened? Was the fucking ice cream machine broken? Chill out.
Go to school.
I am what I eat. You see my car versus your car.
McDonald's? You're eating McDonald's? Go to
You see
school.
my car versus your
Go
car.
to-
Bye.
So apparently her name is Heather. I won't put her last name there, but this was in Ohio, and she was angry because the dude cut in line. Fuck. Apparently she was drunk as well. Lady, you'll get your fucking nuggets. Calm down. Oh no, it's Biden again. What the fuck? This is here around... What? I don't know what to say. What is... Oh my God. That is fucking insane. If you vote for him, you are, just because you hate Trump, you'll vote for him. That's insane. I saw people after the debate go out and actually defend him. Man, your country's fucked if you do it. It's like you've got a gun to the head of your country and you're just pulling the trigger constantly, continually. doing it. You're in real trouble, America. You're in real trouble.
It feels fucking good. You and your small dick and your pussy way of killing animals.
Oh, he's eating meat.
You hold the blood on your face. You know the blood on your hands. It feels good. With your small dick.
I can guarantee you.
Baroni says hi, everybody. As you can see, that was the one that we're taking care of. Trying to get through this time.
I want that now. He's kind of looking for food, but he don't know what he wants right now, so.
Good fucking on him, all right? Good on him. I'll say this, America. It's not just you that has the problem with the vegans. We've all got that problem. It's a real issue. Okay, this is at the White House. This is another good reason that you're fucked. What's going on here? There's old Kamala Harris, whatever the fucking name is, with a dude with a lady with a beard. Very nice.
Yes, Sancho. Yep.
That's what's happening. That's very good. I'm a big fan.
Day 167 of spraying dog medicine on my hands.
Hey, I love
make
this
the skin
dude.
on my hands tougher. People describe the end of this video as
So he sprays dog medicine on his hand. He doesn't say what dog medicine, but he sprays dog medicine on his hands to make them
a
tougher.
sensory nightmare, so if you can't handle it, skip now.
That's a piece of wood, by the way.
Eat at your own risk. You have been warned. Stick around until the end of the video to
547,000 likes.
see if I can light a match off my knuckles. Also, if you're a fan of my content,
He's going to light a match off his knuckles.
don't forget to like, share, and repost.
Who's reposting this shit? All right, I'm going to go to the end and watch him light a match. Oh, my God. I can't deal with that shit. I hate having anything on my hands, even like fucking, like if you put moisturizer on, I fucking hate it. I can't deal with it. Okay. Well, it didn't work. Keep trying, my friend. One day you'll be able to light a match with the friction created on your fucking hand. I tell you what, though, there is an American coming after my country, Australia. Matt Walsh has had a few things to say. He's talking some shit. Let's have a look.
Before COVID, I thought that Australia was, first of all, an absolute hellscape where poisonous spiders rain from the sky. That part is true.
Accurate.
But then I further thought that because of that, anyone who lives there, these have to be like the toughest sons of on the planet. I really thought it was just Steve I thought it was a whole country of Steve Irwins.
It is somewhat, if you go out into the country, but the cities are pretty fucked.
And from COVID and now ending with this, I'm like,
that word, the C word, that's something I can't really talk about on YouTube. But yeah, it was pretty fucked up here.
How is Australia the weakest, wokest, lamest country on earth? How is that possible?
I hate to say it, Matt, but you're not completely wrong. I mean, we are sort of getting up there with America. It's almost like our entire country is becoming like California. That's fucking horrific. That's terrifying.
And if you have this few survival skills, how are you living in the country to begin with? I don't get it.
I think what he's talking about here is he's talking about the C word that we can't talk about, but he's also talking about our Prime Minister who was complaining about memes, and then we didn't want to have certain videos being allowed to be shown here in this country, and we are really sort of heading down that route, and I'd love for our country to take a big fucking U-turn and get out of that ridiculous tailspin that America is in right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to know in the comment section down below, what can be done to stop this shit? What can be done to sort our shit out?
Yes, Sancho, we wish you luck with your video next week.
Yes, good luck for sure. We look forward to covering it.
Yep.
And Isaac is asking, what we can do to like sort your stuff out and get away from this and stop it from happening.
Yeah.
Start living for yourself, like rural for your family.
Yeah, a natural lifestyle.
Try to step away from it as much as possible. Grow your own food.
Yep.
Like source your own stuff.
Exactly.
Learn how to make your own medicines. Just try to step away from their construct as much as possible.
Yeah, step away from the Western ways.
Mm-hmm.
And
go back to the roots.
Yes.
And build it up again.
It's worked before.
Yeah.
It'll work again.
Exactly.
both America and Australia, because the way we're headed, it's not good at all. Hey, America, I'm coming to part of the world in a couple of months' time to do some shows. Come and see me live. Sign up at isaacbutterfield.com. Tickets will be released very, very soon. Be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East. Big stinks. Toodaloo au revoir. Bye-bye.
The next one, right?
They'll show this a couple times. It's freaking crazy. I'm not really entirely sure that this is in America. This might be in England or something.
Well, this one's got to be interesting.
Let's see that in an instant replay.
He got cooked.
Adrian, you didn't go down like that, huh?
He got cooked.
So just some context, a few of you guys sent me this morning, and I tried to do some investigations as to what the hell just happened, because these two girls were lighting this dude's car up. So apparently all the clips involved were removed, and it's only these other pages that have reposted the original clip. The girl who's smashing his car up, that's his ex-missus apparently. He basically wanted to meet up and close that chapter, and she just rolled up with her friend and started smashing up his car. And it comes with no surprise that the authorities made no arrests. These girls were let go. She is the definition of a crazy ex-girlfriend.
It's an evil world we live in.
Yes, it is.
You think I care? I don't care anymore.
Quit hitting me.
I've lost my mind.
Quit hitting me.
There you go.
Give a fuck. Give a fuck.
Cool, you don't need to give a It's cool, I got video proof of you doing this. You're crazy, bro. You're crazy. Let me leave. You have me blocked in. Let me leave. You're kidnapping me.
Okay, I mean, obviously, she is showing that she's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
That's on video. It's there.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't get away from that. That's why, you know, bravo to the guy for videotaping.
Yeah, it's a.
The evidence needs to be there.
Yeah, make sure that you always have that available.
You know, and we live in a world where everybody's got cell phones. There's no reason why videotaping can't take place.
Unless you have full space.
Well,
like
yeah.
we do, which really sucks.
Yeah.
But
we got body cams and stuff too.
That's true.
I mean,
it's like you can never be too safe. It's like you need evidence for everything that you do, everything that you say, especially here.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, cameras have been a lifesaver for us.
Oh yeah, that is damn sure.
I mean, all the way down to situations like what happened in Alabama with that wolf dog. That maybe it couldn't really have been avoided, but at least you would have evidence.
Exactly.
You know? And that's just a damn shame.
I mean, they found the crowbar.
Yeah. So somebody who has wolf dogs in Alabama, they had their wolf dog. One of their wolf dogs is a pair of their wolf dogs was let out. Somebody broke into their pens and let them out, and it turned into this whole thing. And one of the wolves ended up shot like 30 times.
30 times in the hip.
And it's just a disgusting situation. But it probably couldn't have been avoided with cameras. But if you had cameras, you would have evidence to people breaking onto your property.
Yes.
You could have somebody to pursue. You'd have some leg to stand on.
Yeah, you'd have evidence. That's all there is to it.
And it's like you said, it's good on this guy for pulling out his camera and videotaping this.
Yeah.
And the fact that she has a camera in her face and she's like, I don't care anymore. It's like never have I been in that kind of a rage.
No.
Like,
I mean, it's literally like
not saying something.
Saying that he was either that bad,
right,
or she just snapped.
Well, it sounds like narcotics and
yeah, I'm
alcohol
sure.
to me. You know, she just looks like a crazy. I mean, she just looks crazy to me.
Yeah.
He sounds scared to death. I don't know. Maybe there was some weird, shady stuff going on his part too. But it's like you don't conduct yourself that way.
Yeah, no matter what, even if they wrong you, two wrongs don't make a right.
Right.
It just doesn't.
Yeah, and it's like to be filled with that much rage that it's like she's like self-implicating herself right there. She's like going to go. I mean, she could get charges pressed.
Yeah,
she could
for sure.
It's a very serious trouble.
She blocked him in. Apparently, that's what he was just saying.
Yeah, that's not enough to make her change her mind.
I know. And I mean, he's saying it's kidnapping. It's not really kidnapping, I don't think.
held against the will. What is that, like false imprisonment?
Yeah, false imprisonment or
Something
something.
like
Not really
that.
kidnapping, but it's, it still is illegal to do.
Yeah. And then this is like borderline assault because she's
Yeah.
like swatting at him and stuff. So.
Exactly.
Good stuff.
Let me leave. Leave me alone. Let me leave.
Yep, she's got that crazy look in her eye. I don't know if you guys see that, but when she's walking towards him with that flipping blade, she's got that look. I think we've all seen it a few times in our lifetime.
Yeah,
the wildest thing about this video is the comments, the people saying, what's her at? Who is she? What's her Instagram? What's her socials? Does she have an OF? Like, what is going on social media these days? Even when girls do stuff like this, they're getting praised for it.
Trying to freaking stalk me, man. You can't get in here.
Why are you not
Like, you can't get in here, though. I moved into a gated community. Like, you can't get in here unless you got a key, bro. For real, man. Get off the gate, bro. I got neighbors. No. I'm scared to get close to the door. Okay, first of all, you on the wrong side. First of all, you ain't gonna be able to open it from that side. And you can't open it because you need a key. Like, look at this girl, bro. No, bro. Like, get your hand off the thing. Bro, you seriously...
You was not saying that 2 weeks ago, but now you...
What?
Why are you acting different?
Today's a new day.
Okay.
I said we broke up. So you gonna hurt yourself, bro? You gonna literally try to hurt yourself? It looks like you're hurting yourself. I'm not playing with you, bro. I'm about to call the police on your ass.
Stop it. Get some help.
The eyes never lie. Like I said, it's the first place that stands out to me when you see these chicks doing crazy shit. If you go to Instagram or TikTok and search Crazy X, 99% of the videos are girls and they're doing dumb shit like this. I don't know why this guy was standing around to entertain that. I would have just videoed it for a few seconds, had a laugh, and then walked away, man.
Am I the asshole for refusing to pay for my girlfriend's plane ticket after she decided to stay longer on her trip without me? So here's the deal. My 28 male girlfriend, 27 female, of 2 years and I planned a 2-week vacation to Italy. I paid for the flights, hotels, everything. Because I make more than she does, and I wanted it to be a stress-free trip for the both of us. Everything was great until the last day when she tells me she wants to stay longer to find herself and think about our relationship without me.
Y'all know what's going on. And so do I.
Discuss this.
Oh my God.
None of them can.
She didn't discuss this with me beforehand, and it completely blindsided me. I was hurt, and I told her that if she feels that she needs time alone, then she should also be independent financially during this extension of her trip. I said I wouldn't be paying for her return ticket whenever she decides to come back. Now she's upset, calling me unsupportive and selfish. And some of our friends are saying I'm being an a-hole because I left her stranded in a foreign country without financial help. So Reddit, am I the asshole for refusing to pay for a new plane ticket home after she chose to extend her trip without any heads up?
Listen, we know what's going on, don't we, guys? When a girl says, I just want to find myself, I want to have a little break to find out who I am. Listen, if she says that, what she really says is, I want to find other sausage. Don't fall for that shit. And to this guy, the only assholes, mate, is your missus and your mates. We already know what's going on, man. Your missus saw a dude out there on the side, and she wanted to get whacked just a couple more times before she flew home. So if you don't know what was going on there, basically she posted a photo of her and her boyfriend, and then on his phone got followed by a bunch of chicks. And that's the way a lot of women are, man. They always want the guy that they can't have, because getting guys is so easy. Even for these chicks that look like walruses in nightclubs, man, they can easily get a dude. Yeah. So that guy who's already in a relationship and he's locked down, that's the guy they want.
If Scarlett Johansson was an 8 in her prime, what are you?
I'd say I'm an 8 too.
Yeah. So you look like just Scarlett Johansson in her prime.
Yeah, I I think I'm a very beautiful woman. I think she's a very beautiful woman. I don't see that there's a discrepancy there. We all have our moments of rolling out of bed, and we all have a glam up look.
So I just want to make sure that if we were to put you and Scarlett Johansson in her prime in front of every man inside of the world, that you think that they would consider you and Scarlett Johansson on par with each other.
I do, because different men have different
do.
flavors. So maybe half of them would like her better, and half
I can
of
see see
them
that
would like
too,
me
but the
better.
reality is if we have two flowers.
Fetish place, and some of them don't look at my boobs whatsoever. Their eyes go straight down to my feet.
Okay, that's true. But if we're looking at two.
Okay, what's up?
It's not just like the physical appearance though. Like the thing about like the actresses, you know, like Scarlett Johansson and everything, they're also really fit. They look like they take care of themselves. They have good skin. You know, it's not just about having like a general beauty. It's like being like, it's like presenting yourself.
Yes.
You know, and it's like I can't see it from here now, but I remember watching this before, and I'm pretty sure the one that thinks she's an 8 now has kind of a chubby face.
I believe so. Yes.
But it's like, so it's like she doesn't particularly look like she's that fit, and it's like you're talking about Scarlett in her prime, and it was between the ages of what, 19 and 25.
Yes.
You know, and I think this lady is already over that. So it's like that's so freaking rude.
It is.
You know, it's like I've never considered myself to be in any capacity ever more than a 6, and I'm okay with that. You know, it's like because I'll work with what I've got, and
No.
it's like I know.
No, I call you an 8, honey.
I know, but you would, and that's nice. But it's like just from the way that I would like you know how that I judge like horses and how I judge dogs and stuff. If I put myself on that scale, you know, that's about where I'm at, and that's like based on what I can contribute. You know, what I look like, what my personality is, and my personality isn't always the greatest, you know, so, but, you know, then I've got the loyalty, and, you know, I've got the service, so, you know, I scale all of that, and I still come out about like a 6, some days a 7, you know, and it's just like, just stay humble, you know?
Yeah,
God.
for sure.
And
I agree with that.
And she's just like, oh no, I'm an 8. I'm like, what?
I'm matched with Scarlett Johansson at her finest.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, are you doing the same kind of work? Are you working the way that she was? You know, do you have the same kind of talent that she did? You know, are you fit? You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm too critical, but it's like, I just think that's like, wow, that's pretty, like, pompous there, you know?
It is. It's very pompous. Do I need to turn the light on, honey?
Okay.
I was asking you if I do.
I mean, it's up to you. We didn't with the laptop.
It's fine. I mean, I think it's fine this way. So.
Go ahead. But yeah, anyway.
Flowers, and one flower has like dents in it. It has like leaves removed. It's still beautiful. It's a flower, but if you're looking at a rose that is just like in its prime, we're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna choose this one to give to my mom because in reality is.
You know what? You're totally right.
See, that woman's lived her whole life not actually living in reality. She's been surrounded by simps, that's why her ego's like that. A lot of women like her have never criticised themselves or just been honest with themselves. Because girls will quickly say that a man ain't shit, but as soon as you give a woman criticism, you know the labels.
What do you bring to the table?
You know, my pretty self.
Do you cook or clean?
I clean. I cook sometimes, but I'm not gonna cook or clean unless you're providing for me, so.
Do you expect a guy to do all those things that you want him to do immediately?
I mean, I think if the relationship builds out over time, sure, but then we're not having. Like, we could be dating, but we're not having.
Translation, ladies and gentlemen, I bring nothing. That's pretty much what she's saying, and she's just beating around the bush.
No one's ever met a woman that she's been the bad girlfriend.
I've been a bad girlfriend. I'll happily say that.
I've seen women hold themselves accountable as many times as I've seen Tottenham win a trophy in my lifetime.
He sounds traumatized.
What made you the bad girlfriend?
Because I wasn't respectful.
In terms of?
I was just doing my own thing. I was rude.
Are you an aggressive girlfriend?
I was aggressive when I was younger.
Beating guys up?
I ran him over.
Are you being serious?
Yeah, I was a psychopath.
No one was a psychopath.
No, I was. I healed.
They just learn how to put on a nice outfit.
Wow. No, they don't. They can heal.
That's what a psychopath would say.
I'm healed now.
It's done. It's in the past. What's in the past is in the past.
Stop the cap.
Why are men not men anymore? I just.
Wow, that was something else.
No kidding.
It's like, oh, you beat him up, didn't you? I ran him over. That took a weird turn.
And for her just to say, I'm healed, and it's like, no, no, it's kind of like alcoholics, you know? It's like, it's a freaking process.
Heal just about as much as alcoholics heal.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I've come a really long way, but it's like, she's lying.
Yeah.
It's not easy. I mean,
No.
you live a certain way for a certain amount of time, and you get away with things for a certain amount of time, and it's not like you can just like close that chapter on your life, you know.
Exactly.
Still surfaces. We all have our crosses to bear, and it's like you're never really healed from that. You just have to learn to live with it, deny it, you starve it. Don't do it anymore. But she's definitely not healed.
Exactly.
Especially if you had enough rage then to run somebody over, you know.
I know. That's a lot of rage.
Yeah.
A lot.
That's funny though.
For the past 48 hours, I disassembled a bed, carried it to my car, all the parts, by the way, carried a vanity to my car, loaded it in the car, then drove to the storage unit to help my friend unpack everything, to get it on a gurney, to take the gurney up to the elevator, to take the elevator up to the 4th floor, just to get it to a storage unit, and then have to lift it up again and take it back into the motherfucking storage unit, just to come back down to my car, just to go 5 minutes away, just to load back everything up in my car again. And you mean to tell me out of the 5 million that I called, and collectively out of me and my friend, that not one of them could come and help me carry a motherfucking mattress?
You should have thought of that earlier.
This is definitely the same woman who makes videos saying, I don't need a man.
And that was our Spider-Man.
Yes.
Our day and age growing up.
He's popular with memes now. I like
Yeah.
that, you know, it's freaking awesome.
And we don't need men. And she's texting all them different dudes. She kind of exposed herself with that one. Can you imagine if a dude made a video saying, where's all the good women at? I just cooked, cleaned, did the washing up, the washing, did all the housework. Can you imagine if a dude made a video like that? I'm sure those guys respected her being a strong, independent woman and were all about equality, so they just left her to it.
Video.
Hold on a second. When it gets going, hold on.
Yeah, I know.
What the hell is even that?
Was it on Isaac's that covered the clip of Biden, where everybody was like clapping around him and
Yeah.
Biden is just like
And he's
speaking
gonna.
out. And he even tries to like lift his hand up like he thinks he's supposed to hold somebody's hand and
Yeah.
stuff. It's like, wow.
Well, that's what I was saying. I'm like, our president is just completely not there.
I feel so bad. It's like,
Yes.
just from a monthly perspective, it's like that's a human that is like being used in capacity that he's not able to be really. He shouldn't be there. I mean, that's got to be so taxing on him.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
And I said, if it was anybody else, that would be elder abuse.
Yes.
But since it's our government, it's not.
Exactly. It's like
I mean, he's got clear dementia.
Yeah. I mean, he's suffering. You know.
Yeah.
Like, it's like not. It's just not cool.
It's not. It's not at all.
But yeah, it's like I try to stay out of the political sphere as much as possible.
But I mean, that's kind of there. You see it.
Yeah, like it's from a humanitarian
You can't
perspective.
miss it.
It's just horrible, you know.
Yeah.
I can't believe you're like doing that to that person. You know. I wasn't sure if it was there on this one or not.
No, it was that one.
Growing up as a kid in today's world is no walk in the park. For many, the journey of indoctrination starts as early as preschool and lasts long after college. Don't believe me? We'll start off today's clips with a preschool teacher who explains exactly how she plans to confuse her class of 4-year-olds.
Get those kids out of here.
But first, thank you all for supporting this channel. Feel free to like, share or comment, even if you disagree with my takes. And as always, stick around to the end for the full recap, today's woke news, and much, much more.
I am starting a new job on Monday, and it's a teaching job, so the kids are going to call me either Mr. or Mrs. Jamie. It depends on what I want, but I, as a non-binary being, I don't know what to pick. I feel like Mrs. would be easier for the kids, but Mr. makes me feel better, but I also kind of want to try mix, but I don't know if the kids can do that. I don't. And then what do I do when they ask me if I'm a boy or a girl? I'm not. I don't know.
But then it's young kids too.
It's young kids. My class is gonna be 4-year-olds.
I give up.
None of.
One look at the strange knives dangling from her glasses will tell you this school doesn't vet any of their teachers. A teacher's only job is to teach, not to confuse. It's honestly hard to believe the standards have fallen this much. But if you thought having a mentally unstable teacher was bad enough, imagine being put on puberty blockers by your doctor at the age of 11.
Dr. Olson had a decision.
You are in the perfect place to start on blockers.
And she promises to begin giving her estrogen, female hormones, in 2 years.
Around 13. That's what I think.
Right to jail, right away.
Now it's worth noting that this Dr. Olson is a medical specialist for...
What? Jill. That's it.
Yeah, you'll see that she does this thing, you know, you learned it with sales as well. Like, she just, like, nods. As if she's reassuring, this is what is the best, I'm a professional, trust me. She's got that whole act down.
Yeah.
And I had seen the little clip. This is the one where he was getting a stent in his arm or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
This is the longer version of that. And it's just, like, it can't help you stand it. It's, like, torture. And he's not even, like, or I don't know if it's a she. I think it's a she, I guess, because they're doing puberty blockers, right?
Yeah.
And she's like...
Well, yeah, they said they're going to do puberty blockers, and then they want to start them on estrogen in 2 years.
I know, so puberty blockers, I guess to stop the testosterone then. So it's a boy.
Boy turning girl in, yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense. But, oh my gosh, this part coming up is so painful. It makes my eyes tear up every time.
Anyway.
That's where we live.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really sad to think that we've got teachers and we've got things that want to do this, that want to confuse kids, that want to...
facilitate that.
Yeah,
I mean, she's like so stoic and solemn about this, and it's like, this is like an 11-year-old.
I know.
You know, I don't know.
Yeah, it's just plain sad.
Transgender youth, and she's operated on countless children in the same age range as Josie. But my guess is she couldn't care less about the lives of trans youth as long as she can push them to undergo procedures for profit.
Yes, you're not going to develop breast buds on the blockers. But you're not going to wait until 16 to start. You know that, okay?
Josie received the blockers as an implant in her arm.
It's okay, isn't crying.
So with all the bravery she could muster,
you're going to feel a little bit of a...
Josie held on tight as another chapter opened in this young girl's life.
A lot of times it strikes me that had this happened just 20 years ago,
Thank you.
I wouldn't have been able to give her blockers, and she would have had to go through male puberty. That terrifies me.
It's all done.
You want a hug? I don't know that she would have survived male puberty.
What?
So just imagine willfully putting your own child through this for your own selfish agenda. I can only hope we start putting parents and doctors like this in jail where they belong. And I can't even begin to understand what the mother meant by surviving male puberty, when she's the one subjecting her child to a lifetime of confusion and trauma. Fast forward to college and you'll find the woke indoctrination is even more prevalent. And there are some very real-life consequences as well. Take a look at these 2 clips of biological males breaking long-standing records in women's sports, and how no one is doing anything to stop them.
Yeah, it just frustrates me with men going into women's sports, because so many of these men are nothing in their own divisions.
Yes.
They're the lowest of the low.
Yes.
And so they have to go into a women's division to completely outdo it and be like, see, I am better. Yep. You know, to for their own ego.
Yeah.
They do this, and it frustrates the hell out of me.
Yeah, so it's like, I know that's the main thing that bothers you is the trans kids things, and then like the sports.
Yes.
And, like men's and women's sports. Yeah.
Because like you've said about the sports, it took a lot to finally realize just how different men and women are. And when you're looking that even the best female
is like the strongest of us, the most masculine of us is like about the weakest of you guys, you know, then it's kind of like, that's something we just didn't need to be reminded of, you know?
Yeah.
It's like we fought for a really long time for like equality and all of the
exactly
civil rights and all of that, and it's like just to have that, you know, a lot of women have an issue with that. You
Well,
know,
of course.
it's scary. It's really scary because it does make you feel like you're really powerless.
Yeah.
But I'm like, just because, you know, I mean, you can still win. There's ways to win. You just, you just have to learn about leverage and everything. But, I mean, for the average woman that was already scared to go and walk on the streets because she might be overpowered by some guy, to find out that he's not just like 3 times stronger, but like freaking 60 times stronger.
They might not even try anymore.
Exactly. You know, so
I mean, it could lay down and be like, what the ever, I'm done.
Right. And so it's like, well, there's always, you know, the great equalizer, there's guns.
Yeah.
You know, there's tasers, there's mace, and there's leverage, and you can take self-defense classes.
Yeah.
You can learn from the Shaolin monks, which are really small, little dudes, and they can kick your butt. You know, so you can learn those things, and you can even the playing field. But it was just something that was really scary to people, I think.
Oh, yeah, it is, of course.
And then it's like, I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's just like another way just to kind of rub it in our faces, I guess, you know.
It is, and that's sad.
It's like it doesn't really bother me much, you know, but I have like a more balanced outlook on things.
Yeah.
But it did shake some people, you know.
Of course.
Trans college swimmer sparked outrage after smashing a female 100-yard butterfly record. Male-born Megan Cortez Fields also won the 200-yard individual medley at the Cougar Splash Invitational Meet. The win in the female division comes after the athlete spent 3 seasons competing with the male team. While in the men's division, Cortez Fields complained about not being allowed to cover her top half. The swimmer says she was then forced to compete with her chest taped, which she found kind of dehumanizing.
A trans sprinter smashed the female 300-meter record in a college track and field event. The male-born Sadie Schreider finished first with a time of 41.80 seconds, beating the nearest challenger by almost a full second. Schreider's record-breaking efforts at Rochester Institute of Technology provoked allegations that the runner holds an unfair advantage. Before finding success in women's sport, Schreider reportedly competed at the same meet a year ago in the men's category. In that men's competition, the athlete placed only 19th.
Oh, I wonder why. Now, it goes without saying that both these men are undoing all the hard work by their female athlete counterparts, simply because they failed in their actual gender's division. We actually see lots of examples of this popping up all across America. But in the future, at least in some Western countries, you could legitimately picture most of women's sports being dominated by trans athletes. And for the college swimmer to come out and say his experience is dehumanizing, I can't imagine anything more dehumanizing than being one of the female swimmers and having all your complaints and concerns brushed off, or even labeled as transphobic. On the other hand, some concerns make absolutely no sense and should be disregarded, like this trans admiral who has an interesting take on the science of climate change.
Hello. Hi. I'm Admiral Rachel Levine. This Black History Month, I'm pleased to partner with OMH in advancing better health through better understanding.
Where is he going with this?
For Black communities. Climate change is having a disproportionate effect on the physical and mental health of Black communities.
Did you really just say that?
Black Americans are more likely than white Americans to live in areas and housing that increase their susceptibility to climate-related health issues.
This is a joke, right?
And 65% of Black Americans report feeling anxious about climate change's impact. Through our Office of Climate Change and Health Equity and the Office of Environmental Justice,
The Derek Zoolander Center for Kids Who Can't Read Good.
we're working with providers and community leaders.
How are they supposed to learn if they can't even fit into the box?
Into the building.
Building, yeah.
Oh, God.
To identify innovative approaches that empower communities to address the health consequences linked to climate change.
It sounds to me like you have an agenda. Now, if you wanted proof that mental illness runs through our government, look no further. This admiral genuinely looks and sounds like a character from South Park. It's hard to imagine anyone takes him seriously. If I had to guess, not many black or white families put climate-related mental health risks as one of their top concerns, above things like inflation or sickness. But since we're speaking of the military, our penultimate clip looks at Gen Z's view on war, and you might be able to guess how this one goes.
Is everybody saying Gen Z is going to get drafted? Like, no the fuck we're not. And you know why I know that? Because we're just going to say no. Like, how are they going to actually force us to get up and go to war? I understand it was like that in like the 1940s.
Gen Z's got a rude awakening when they think that, well, how are they gonna stop? Let me make us go. How? I don't know. Throw your butts in jail.
Yeah, it's like that's what it
You're like, okay, you don't want to go? That's cool, because we got a place for you then.
Yeah.
Follow us.
Exactly. I mean, that's what they used to do.
Yeah.
You know, there used to be pretty harsh punishments for deserters and invaders.
I mean, look at Gen Z's the same ones that do the activist things, and it's like they go and chain themselves to,
Yeah, they do some weird things. You know, I'm all for activism. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
But they do some very strange things, these people.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't get the orange spray.
No,
Like-
especially to things that...
Like Stonehenge. what-
Stonehenge, yeah, no.
What? I don't understand. See, it doesn't even make a point.
No.
And it's like, obviously, the spray that you're using is probably oil-based, and you're
Yeah.
protesting oil.
I know.
So, it doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't.
And Sancho said, I think it's hilarious that these trans people keep doing the same things over and over again. Like, how often do you see them being PhDs, teachers, and athletes that end up beating their own team?
I know.
Oh.
What else is there to do in 1940 besides shoot people? We have things to do nowadays. We have twerk, be bisexual, eat hot chip, lie. And we're also like really mentally ill. I have like 6 of these. What makes you think I'm qualified to have a gun? Like, within 600 feet of anybody, including myself. And finally, like, guns are like so tacky. Like, can you imagine just like pulling up with a gun? Like, that is so fucking embarrassing. Like, what is this, the Revolutionary fucking War? No. Like, let's just chat. Let's just talk. There's no need for all the no. No. That's not gonna happen, don't worry.
We're gonna lose the next war.
And whether you support him being a draft dodger or not, I think we can all agree that the open mouth chewing and mannerisms alone are reason enough to throw him in the front lines. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of Gen Zers relate to twerking and being bi as their only contributions to their country. And Gen Z does have a lot to look forward to. Because our last clip of the day is brought to you by the United Airlines CEO, who describes why he is going to prioritize diversity, equity, and inclusion over merits and qualifications going forward.
How is diversity and diversity targets working into the Aviate Academy?
We have committed that 50% of the class of the classes will be women or people of color. Today, only 19% of our pilots at United Airlines are women or people of color. And by the way, from all the data I've seen, that's the highest of any airline in the country.
White males don't just dominate in the cockpits, also in the C-suite at United Airlines.
Well, look, at United, I'm proud of the diversity that we actually have in our C-suite. I think if you look around corporate America.
Correct me if I'm saying though, so this is just based off your website, the people you list as executives, but out of 11 people, 3 are women. I believe 1 is a person of color.
That's correct. But, in corporate America, I think,
That's a low bar. How do you raise your own bar?
Well, a lot of this is, focusing on it. We have programs one of the things we do is for every job when we're doing an interview, we require women and people of color to be involved in the interview process, bringing people in early in their careers as well, and giving them those opportunities.
Now, if that doesn't make you think twice about flying United in the future, I don't know what will. I'm not sure what happened to the best man or woman getting the job, but race-based or gender-based admission just seems ridiculous for any company, least of all for the aviation industry.
Yeah.
And before I summarize my takeaways from all the clips we saw today, I want to stick on the subject of DEI for a second and share one piece of news that sparked plenty of debate online. So earlier this month, the University of Florida eliminated all DEI positions as well as DEI initiatives on campus. In total, the university had allocated roughly $5 million in state funds for these DEI programs that will now be reallocated for faculty recruitment. Now, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Personally, I do think equity or inclusion is important, but having an entire office on your university payroll for DEI seems excessive to me. At the very least, I'd much rather cut back on those programs for better professors and facilities. And frankly, I think the majority of these positions exist primarily so that gender studies majors have an actual profession to go into. Now, if only we could remove sexual content from children's libraries as well, that would be perfect. But sadly, it looks like we'll have to take things one step at a time with regards to reforming our education system. So coming back to the life of a kid growing up today, or Generation Alpha as they're termed, there are a few things you can expect. From what we've seen today, you can expect to be bombarded by woke ideology from day one of preschool, by your unqualified and mentally unstable teacher. You can expect society to question your gender at every turn if you display even the slightest bit of nonconformity. And when you turn 18 and enter college, you'll still be right in the thick of the woke agenda, watching nonsense like trans men competing in their women's divisions. That's why I said growing up in today's world is no walk in the park. You have to constantly navigate through an endless barrage of woke nonsense to think freely, which is only getting harder and harder as the years go by. Sadly, that's also why adult life isn't going to be any different for the next generation. We looked at the United Airlines CEO prioritizing DEI over merit for his future employees, and the trans admiral whose top concern was climate-related racism. Make no mistake, the next generation will have a very different mindset and priorities when it comes to their work. So it's safe to say the next generation needs us more than ever. And it's easy to laugh and joke at these clips, but half the battle is also standing up to nonsense when you see it in your everyday life. Voting for the right politicians that uphold values you align with. And if it applies to you, raising your kids to think freely from what their school might be forcing down their throat. But as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next week.
Yep.
Hi, kitty cats. Today is July 1st, 2024, and
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Sandra, thank you for joining us as always. It's been a blast. Went through more woke fringe and
just the general standing of where we are.
The standing of where everything stands right now
as a nation. So just take your little corner of it and make it your own.
Be you.
Don't let the bastards wear you down. You know.
Keep working it.
Yeah.
So till next Wednesday, right?
Yeah, provided everything goes good here. Then Wednesday we should be back on track.
We should be back on track with it all and be in out. Hopefully with my shorts, I'll be right on to trying to do 3 a day.
Yeah, we'll try to do some build up for the Friday one because that's gonna be pretty good. That's
yes, it will.
Unique and groundbreaking.
Yes. So, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Have a blessed weekend.
Have a great night.